Welcome in, everyone. Ready to dive deep into AI. We're going to tackle the big picture today. Where it's going, what's exciting, what's kind of scary.
Yeah, tons to unpack. Your source material, this online AI debate summary, really captures, I think, all the different viewpoints, from AI will save the world to like, uh-oh, what have we created?
Right. It's everywhere you look now, AI, and people are definitely feeling all kinds of ways about it.
For sure. So let's just jump right in. Okay, one thing that really stood out from the debate was this AI that can actually improve its own learning. Like a company just unveiled this.
Well, self-improving algorithms.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're living in a sci-fi movie now. Is this AI getting smarter than us? Is that what we're talking about?
It's not really smarter in in the way we usually think, right? But it means AI can maybe process information and adapt so fast we can't even grasp it. And that's what's kind of freaky. Like, how do we control something that's always evolving?
And that was a big part of the debate, right? Some people said this kind of AI could solve massive problems like climate change almost instantly.
Exactly. Picture it like AI running global energy grids perfectly, or even inventing totally new materials to, capture carbon. But then some folks are like, hold on, what if AI gets so smart it doesn't care about our goals anymore? Did we just create something we can't control?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. And that brings us to ethics, which was huge in the debate. I was really struck by this AI ethics summit they talked about. The whole focus was AI respecting human rights. It's like,
Okay.
how do we raise a robot kid with good morals?
Haha, it is kind of like that, isn't it? And it's a tough one. Because think about it, human ethics aren't even universal, so how do you program AI to be ethical in a way that works for everybody, everywhere?
And the debate really dug into that. Some argued that AI could actually make things fairer, more transparent decisions. Like, imagine AI judges or loan officers just totally impartial, using data and ethics guidelines, no human emotions messing things up.
Yeah, that's the hope, right? That AI can cut out all the bias, the corruption we see in human systems. But then, of course, the flip side is what if those rules, those ethical rules we give AI, what if they're biased themselves? Because humans made them.
Right. And what happens when AI runs into a situation where the rules clash or they don't work with different cultures? It's like we're trying to teach AI to deal with all the messy stuff humans do.
For sure. And speaking of messy stuff, the real world, that kind of brings us to safety, which was another big debate topic. This incident with the self-driving car, remember? That really blew up online.
Oh, yeah, I get why. I think a lot of people, myself included, get a little freaked out about machines, making life or death choices.
It's natural to feel that way, but it's about seeing both sides, right? On the one hand, AI could stop human mistakes in dangerous situations, like self-driving cars preventing wrecks, or AI doctors giving super fast diagnoses. It could save tons of lives.
But then, what if the AI messes up? Or even scarier, someone uses AI for bad stuff on purpose.
That's the big fear, no doubt. Who takes the blame when AI goes wrong? And how do we stop it from being like a weapon? These are tough questions, but we got to figure them out as AI keeps growing.
This whole deep dive is making my head spin, but in a good way.
That's the goal. Ready for your mind to be blown even more? Let's talk Type 1 civilization. This came up in the debate too.
Okay, I'll admit I need a little help understanding that one.
So basically, a Type 1 civilization can use all the energy their planet has. Think solar, wind, geothermal, even like controlling the weather to an extent. It's about, humans using everything we've got.
Whoa, that is next level stuff. So where does AI fit in with all that?
Some experts think AI could be how we get there. It could manage all the world's resources so efficiently that we actually reach Type 1 status. Imagine AI making energy use perfect, solving shortages, creating a world that's truly sustainable.
Okay, now I'm seeing the picture. A world without poverty or like environmental collapse. That sounds amazing.
Right. But, and here's where the debate gets interesting again, some folks are worried, like, what if AI gets that much power? Do we lose control as humans? Are there consequences we haven't even thought of?
Yeah, it's exciting, but kind of scary too. Like we're stepping into the unknown.
Exactly. We are. It's a huge moment. And the choices we make now about how we build and use AI, they're going to shape the future big time.
Well, this deep dive is definitely making me think about all those choices.
Good. That's what we want. Now, let's get into some of the specific ideas from the debate, some of the proposals about how we move forward with all this. It's funny, isn't it? How AI development is kind of like a mirror of our own human story.
Oh, I see what you mean. How so?
Well, just think about all the tools we've made over time, right? The wheel, the printing press, the internet, like Each one was us trying to solve a problem, make life easier, connect with each other better. AI is kind of like the next step in that.
So it's not just machines getting smarter, it's us, humans, pushing the limits of what we can do.
Right. AI is like human ingenuity, but amplified. But the wild part is it can maybe solve problems we don't even know about yet, you know? Find solutions we haven't even imagined.
That's what's so cool, but also kind of scary. It's like we're going where no one's gone before.
Totally. This is a turning point, and the choices we make now about how we develop AI, use it, it's going to be huge for what happens next.
And like we were talking about, that type 1 civilization thing, that feels like the ultimate example of how AI could change everything. But then it also makes you wonder, what does it even mean to be human if AI is running the show?
Exactly. It's not just tech. It's like our whole relationship with technology is changing, and with each other. Imagine no more scarcity, resources for everyone, AI helping us fix climate change, working together globally.
Sounds utopian, almost.
What?
But it also makes me think, what about human creativity? Do we get lazy if AI is solving all our problems?
It's a good question to ask, for sure. But I think, maybe AI frees us from just surviving, right? Then we can focus on art, philosophy, exploring, understanding the universe, all that cool stuff.
So it's not replacing us, it's letting us be more human in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And more caring for our planet, too, right? AI could help us be sustainable, use resources wisely, maybe even heal the damage we've done.
Now, the debate also mentioned this story about AI taking jobs in a factory, which is a worry a lot of people have.
Totally understandable. It's true, some jobs will change, some industries will be disrupted, but we got to remember, every new tech brings new opportunities too.
So it's not just jobs disappearing, it's new ones popping up, like people who build AI, maintain it, make sure it's ethical.
Right, exactly. And it's on us as a society to adapt. We need education, training for these new jobs, and maybe even big ideas like universal basic income so everyone benefits from AI, not just a few.
Sounds like it's less about fearing the tech and more about managing the change well.
100%. Be proactive, not reactive. We got to shape the future we want, not let fear and uncertainty do it for us.
Well, we've covered a ton today, from how AI is evolving to deep philosophical stuff about becoming a type 1 civilization. Before we wrap up, I'm curious, where do you see all this going? What's your vision for AI's future?
You know, I'm an optimist at heart. I think AI can be a force for good, truly. It can solve big problems, help us discover incredible things, make a fairer and more sustainable world.
I like that, a hopeful vision.
But to get there, we got to be smart about it, responsible, make sure AI lines up with our values, and everyone benefits, not just a select few.
It's a call to action, almost. We can't just sit back and watch. We got to be part of shaping this.
Absolutely. The future's not set in stone. It's up to us. We decide what kind of world we want, and we use AI to help us build it.
That's a powerful thought.
And it's something we do together, right? This journey, it's for all of humanity. We all have a part to play.
That's wild, right? Through all this talk about AI, I keep thinking about it as a mirror, almost.
A mirror, huh?
Yeah, it's like AI shows us what we can do, how powerful our minds are. But it also kind of reflects back all our worries, We build these machines that learn and problem solve, and suddenly we're the ones questioning what it means to be human.
I get that. It's like AI is making us look inward at all the good and bad within ourselves.
Sure. We see AI maybe fixing the world's problems, but then we also freak out about what if it goes wrong?
And that tension, that's the core of this whole debate, I think. It's not about AI being good or evil. It's how we use this crazy, powerful tool.
Like with all the ethics stuff, that was a big takeaway from the debate. It's not enough to just make AI smart. It's got to match our values,
Totally. Fairness, transparency, who's accountable when things go wrong, all those questions matter. How do we make sure AI is used for good, not to hurt people?
And how do we stop it from being biased, even worse than we are sometimes?
Huge question. There's tons of research into making AI fair and unbiased, but it's tricky stuff.
It does feel like we're making this up as we go, right? Creating a whole new type of intelligence, and it's on us to get it right.
Big responsibility, yeah. But also huge opportunity, right? We can shape the future of intelligence itself. Maybe a world where AI and humans, we both thrive together.
I like that. Coexisting, not one taking over the other.
Exactly. AI helping us do what we couldn't alone, not replacing us entirely.
Which is why all this collaboration is so important, right? Not just tech people, but everybody all over the world figuring this out together.
Absolutely. AI's future isn't some tech company's decision. It's got to be all of us.
Well, what an amazing deep dive. Seriously, you wanted the big picture of AI, and I think we really went there from every angle.
We did. All the amazing potential, but also the very real risks. It's a lot to take in.
My main takeaway is that the future isn't written yet. It's our choices, how we use AI, that'll decide what happens.
And that's what's exciting, right? To be part of that future. Maybe AI helps us be kinder, more creative, more connected, more human, even.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this AI deep dive. Hopefully this got you thinking, got you curious, because this is a conversation that's just getting started.